Hi, everybody. It's Rod, Bo, and Ron coming at you. Week 13 NFL action. I'm going to kick it off by saying happy Thanksgiving to everybody that tunes in here at Tony's Picks. We appreciate each and every one of you. Let's say to the other two cappers I got with me today. Hey, how are you doing, Bo?
Hey, man, doing great. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, man. Let's get some Thanksgiving money, some turkey as well. What's going on, y'all?
Nice. How you doing, Ron? What do you think?
Hey, everybody. Good.
Excited?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Excited for Thanksgiving tomorrow. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a blessed day, and let's get some money, man.
All right. Like we always do here, Tony's Picks. Let's get right to it. First game we got on the docket, we're looking at the Bears taking on this Detroit team. Can anybody beat this Detroit team? I see this line at 10. Once at 10.5, it's come down a little bit. So Bears have taken a little bit of money in this game. Total at 47.5. What do you think here on this one, Bo?
Yeah, man, I'm just going to keep on taking the money with the Detroit team, total over 29.5. This team is, just keep scoring and scoring. This offense is awesome. Two of the best running backs with Gibbs and Montgomery. And they do have an O-line that is pretty much keeping golf pretty safe. So I like the wide receivers, man, at home on the fast track. If the Bears want to cover their spread, they're going to have to score some points, but I think they'll give up some. I'm going to take the team total over 29.5 for the Lions.
What do you think here in this one, Ron?
Yeah, Lions got us over last year by losing outright. That's not going to happen again. I'm not standing in front of this Detroit Lions team, even though Dan Campbell's probably the worst record as a favorite on Thanksgiving. Most of the favorites usually cover on Thanksgiving because it's totally public day, as everybody knows. But like Bo said, I know Montgomery didn't practice this week. Gibbs is there to take over, and St. Brown said he's going to play. Yeah, I'm not standing in front of these Lions. Give me the 10.
Well, I'm going to be the guy on the island then. Give me the Bears. No Bears. I've just watched too many Thanksgiving games in my lifetime to watch the Detroit Lions stumble and bumble and something can happen. And I think this Bears team is definitely slightly better than the Colts team that couldn't muster a whole lot last week. And I think they can muster something here in a short week. They don't have to muster a whole lot. We just got to get the cover. Detroit can win by 7. The team will still be happy. Everybody will be happy. They'll still have turkey and Thanksgiving and be celebrating in Detroit, even if they only win by 7 points. So, yeah, give me the Bears plus the 10 that I'm finding in that. Could get a push.
Yeah. Bears been scrappy, man. They've been scrappy.
So, on to the next one. Hey, we're heading to Bo's neck of the woods. We got the Giants coming into Dallas here on Thanksgiving. Yeah, I guess it's not Dallas without Thanksgiving here on the Thursday game as always. So, what do you think here in this one, Bo? I see the line 3.5 for the Dallas. Total 37.5 here in this one. What do you think?
Hey, man, with 4-7, that boy Cooper Rush said that we got the game, we play the games, we can win them. You know what I'm saying? I think that little win against the Commanders might boost it up their confidence a little bit. I know they've been getting tore off the bone at the house this season, but I don't see the Giants going there and pulling out an upset. But instead of landing at 3.5, I think we'll see some points. At 37.5 is just a little bit too low. Dallas can get ran on, and I think that Dallas is going to score a big point spin. So I think over 37.5 be the way I go in this one.
What do you think here in this one, Ron?
Yeah, I like the total with Bo. I agree. I can't see the Cowboys. I mean, they're 0-5 against the spread at home. They're 0-5 in the first half. You got the Giants who are 4-1 in the first half. I'd take the Giants first half on the spread.
Yeah, for me in this one here, it's that hook, right? So for me, I'm going to take the Giants plus the 3.5. These things are always close. Both these teams offensively, I give it to Cooper Rush. Definitely, we've seen some improvement from his play after his 10. It was like 10 straight that he didn't get over his passing yards total, but his last couple he's definitely got up and over that. 37.5 is so light for a total here, and folks expect a really low scoring one, lots of long drives and field goals. Kind of lean to an over, but I'm going to take the Giants on whatever points I can get. If it dips to 3, then I'm not going to be playing this game. I'll take the Giants plus 3. This divisional battle always seems to come down to a field goal. I've seen it plenty of times in Dallas, and that last second trying to kick a field goal. plenty of times.
That Giants is looking terrible though, Rod. They looking terrible last week, man, against the Bucks. It's like they done gave up, man. I mean, they let the Bucks score 4 touchdowns, and when they got into the red zone in 5 tries, man. This team is just, I don't know, man. I thought about the points, but I just don't like the Giants, man.
This is definitely not going to be rush to the window type of bet for me here on Thanksgiving. Definitely not. But a lean to the Giants. I kind of like the over. But you might see some points, as you said. The Giants let them score 4 touchdowns. Well, that gets us well up and over this total. So,
Yep.
All right. On to the next one here on Thanksgiving. We're going to Green Bay, where my favorite team is coming to town to take on Love and Company. I see the line at -3 in most books. Total 47.5. What do you think here in this one, Bo?
Yeah, like we spoke before, man, I'm gonna take the 3.5 points. I know it's gonna be tough going into Green Bay, but since Tua been back, they're 3-0 straight up and against the spread. I scoring the opponents by 14 points, so they're not just winning, they winning big. Green Bay, they get the cover against the 49ers, but they was out Brock Purdy. 49ers been struggling all season long, but before that, they had not covered 4 games before that, so they're 1-4 ATS in the last 5. I think this will be this hook come in play. I'm gonna take the Dolphins with the offense to keep it close. I like the 3.5 for Miami.
What do you think here in this one, Ron?
Yeah, I don't like the Dolphins offense on the road. That's the only problem I have here. But I agree with Bo. That 3.5, that hook. We got the hook, Rod. We got the hook. And if it's 3.5, yeah. I mean, you got to look that way. I took Green Bay when it first came out on the money line. I like the Packers here. They're at home. It's probably the only game that everybody's really going to pay attention to tomorrow. And unless you're, I guess, well, you can watch Tulane and Memphis in college football if you want. That's kind of, but yeah, this is the only thing going on Thursday night. I'm going to take the Packers at home.
Yeah, I think I got to go with the Packers here too. It's just, I don't think the weather is supposed to be as blustery and as you normally would get for this time of year for Green Bay. We've seen some pretty ugly games. It's going to be chilly, as always. It's supposed to be 26 degrees at game time. It'll be dusk. It'll be cold. It'll be windy, as always, in Lambeau, 12.8 miles per hour. So this is a warm weather Dolphins team. I don't know how they usually go. 3 games, so they've won them all, and look real well. That hook, I don't know if that hook's enough. I need a 7.5 hook, I think, here in this one. Against this Green Bay team that definitely can move the ball. The funny thing is it's cold and that's windy, and that wind of Lambeau definitely shocks some people with the blowing. Even at 13 miles an hour, once that wind hits you in the face, things freeze up and tend to things start to slow down. So I'm going to take the under 47.5. Surprisingly, what you think with 2 high-powered offenses that will light up the score and you think you get into the 50s? I don't think so. That's a high total for me. I like the under 47.5 here in this one on Thanksgiving. All right, on to the next one. Hey, we're looking at a Friday game. First one in a long time. Black Friday game. We're going to see the Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Talking about rivalry in that one. Should be a good one. I see the Chiefs are now up to 13 in places. Definitely shop your number around there. That one total 42.5. What do you think here in this one, Ron? Switched it up on you to see what
switched it up. Yeah, I'm paying attention. You know I am. It's the Chiefs. You know I'm paying attention to this one. I got a big one on this one. Yeah. So last year on Christmas Day, the Raiders come into Arrowhead and beat the Chiefs and beat them down pretty good. And we're getting Pacheco back. We have Juju Smith-Schuster is back as of last week. And, the Chiefs have been trying to get that one standout game where they just need to blow somebody out. And this is the one. I'm going to tell you right now, the Chiefs are going to come in. They remember last Christmas, last year at Arrowhead. The Chiefs are going to dominate this one. And this one's going to get ugly. Raiders really don't have anything at quarterback. They can't run the ball. They can't stop the run. And the Chiefs are going to run right through them and take the Chiefs big, big, big in this one.
What do you think here in this one, Bo?
Yeah, I agree, man. But if they're going to cover that spread, that means that defense is going to shut the Raiders down. I think that's what's going to happen, guys. I think we'll see a lower scoring game in this one. I think the Chiefs come in there and just get the win. I don't see the Raiders scoring 10 points against that Chief defense. So I like the Chiefs. I like the under 42.5 as well.
Man, three. I'm just going to take the Raiders here at the 13. I think 13 points is just too many. I'm not in a hurry to rush to bet. We still got the Friday to bet it, so I'm looking at. It's just been rising, so that means a lot of money is compiling in on the Chiefs already. It opened 7.5. It's now up to 13 in a lot of places. Man, if I see a 14, I might have to be doubling up on Vegas here. I know as much as bad as they've been. You look at Vegas on the road, what have they done? In the last 3 games, they've averaged 20 points a game on the road, though, averaging 18 points a game. You look what the Chiefs have been scoring. Chiefs haven't been really scoring a whole pile of points, have they? 20 points, 25 points average at home, and they give up 19 points. So for me, this is Vegas play for me all day. I got to take Vegas plus the points in this one to keep it close. Kansas City just wants wins. They're not looking to win by a margin like most teams when you see big numbers. Just a scary proposition. So I lean to Vegas there. I think the Chiefs do win for sure in that one, though. All right, on to the next one. We got the Chargers heading to Atlanta. Chargers 1-point favorites, total 47.5. What do you think here in this one, Bo?
Yeah, man, I like the Chargers to bounce back. You know, they had a pretty tough game against the Ravens, but the thing that the Ravens do is they defend that run, and I think that's where the Charger game with the trouble at. But in this game, I think they'll be able to have that run game going. The Falcons, to me, guys, I just think they finna regress. They've been pretty good at the start of the season, but I think the Chargers with that defense and that run game, and I like the way Herbert been playing. I'm gonna take the Chargers on the small money line.
What do you hear in this one, Ron?
Yeah, I agree. Small money line Chargers here. They bounce back. They're the better team. I do look for the over. I think both teams can light it up in this one. So give me the over in that one.
Yeah, that's a tough spot, I think, here after losing to the Ravens and then having to come here all the way to Atlanta. This Atlanta offense can definitely move the football pass offense 7.4 per play. Total offense 6.1 per play. Well, you look at the Chargers' total offense 5.7 yards per play. This is pretty going to be a closer game. That's why the lines it's almost a coin flip, right? And who wins these close games? Atlanta. These are these games that Atlanta wins on the money line. I'm going to go the other way. I think that the Chargers get back-to-back losses here. It's that travel spot, short week. It's one of those. I don't know. I just think. For me here, I'm going to take Atlanta as much as I don't like Atlanta. I think this is their spot. I think their offense is just a slight bit better. Defensively, you know, look, both these teams pretty almost evenly matched defensively. Total defense, Chargers giving up 5.6 yards a play. Atlanta giving up 5.7 yards a play. Pass defense, Chargers pass defense just a little bit slightly better. 6.2. Rush defense, you got to give it to Atlanta. They're actually a little bit slightly better, giving up 4.4 yards per rush. So I'm going to go with Atlanta there in that one. All right, on to the next one. Looking at the Jets. We're going to get Seattle all the way across country, heading into New York, the Meadowlands for this one. Seattle, 2-point favorites, total 42.5. What do you think here in this one, Bo?
There's no way I could put money on the Jets, man. I don't know. Nah. Especially on this long road trip, man. Seattle has been looking pretty good. It's come up a nice win against Arizona. Beat the 49ers before then at the house. I like Geno Smith and the guys to get the win. I just don't know what's going on with Roger, man. Maybe he's done. Try to get him some weapons over there. Still doing no help, man. I'm gonna take the Seattle Seahawks to get the win.
What do you think here in this one, Ron?
The exact same thing. There's no way in the world that I'm taking the Jets. Give me the Seahawks all day.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be the first time all season that you've heard me say I'm going to take the Jets here in this one. That travel spot is tough. So you got to go from one side to the other. It's after Thanksgiving on Sunday. So if you're in Seattle and you're having your Thanksgiving dinner and it's Thursday, when are you leaving for New York to play this game. I'm quite sure that they've already left. I think they forego Thanksgiving dinner and do it another time, and they're probably already left for New York. But it's a travel spot. I know the Jets. They haven't looked the greatest at times this season, but I think this is one of those spots that they can take advantage of a Seattle team going from coast to coast. And the Jets get the win. I'm going to hold my nose, and I lean to the Jets. It's definitely not going to be probably not going to make my preview card, but it might get a sprinkle here and there for me here on the Jets in this one. All right, on to the next one. We got the Colts playing New England here on Sunday morning. What do you think? We got the line. It's at 3. Total 42.5. A lot of 42.5s this week. What do you think here in this one, Bo?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna rock with the Patriots, man. I like Drake May. This guy, Anthony Richardson, man, just looked terrible last week. I took him plus the 7.5. I thought they'd be able to keep that game close, but I just don't trust the Colts. Their secondary giving up a lot of yards. I like the way the Patriots defense play. I think they get it done. So I like the Patriots in this spot.
What do you think here in this one, Ron?
Yeah, I was on the Patriots last week. I cannot believe we didn't get that one, man. I really thought that was a good spot against the Dolphins team that really doesn't cover at home. But the thing about the Colts are, Colts were 8-2 against the spread, one of the best teams in the NFL going into a couple of weeks ago, and they lost a couple in a row against the spread. I'm going to go back to them. Give me the Colts. They're 4-2 on the road against the spread, so I'm going to take them.
Yeah, for me here in this one, I think 42.5 is too many points. I'm going to take the under. We've seen both these teams. You look the Colts average their last 3 games, 18 points a game. They have given up 27, but it's against the Patriots team that's averaging 15 points a game. So if neither of these teams can hit 20, maybe the first to 20 wins this one. Either way, we get the under the 42.5 here in this one. For me, that's the play I like. Tough to pick a side. Colts kind of did me dirty. I figured they would keep it close with Detroit, and they did not. So at a 3, I could see this being a push. So I like the total. Give me the under in that one. All right, on to the next matchup. We got the Cardinals heading into Minnesota. And look, Minnesota 3.5 point favorites. Total 45. What do you think here in this one, Bo?
Yeah, man, Cardinals let me down, man. I took them over the Seahawks, man, and they got to go to another road trip. I think it's going to be tough, man. We know this defense for Minnesota is pretty good. I think that they're going to struggle to move the ball on the ground. Minnesota's in a tight battle in that division, man, so they need these wins. I think they get the job done. Just the hook is the only thing that kind of scared me, but I think they get it done. Minus that 3.5.
What do you think here in this one, Ron?
Yeah, and you forget something, Bo. They got Daniel Jones now. Yeah, they got him backing up Sam Darnold there. So, yeah. I agree. I think we had the same card last week because I was in Arizona as well. My best bet. Yeah, give me Minnesota. They've been away from home. I think they forgot where they live. They're coming back home. They're 4-1 at home against the spread. Definitely give me the Minnesota Vikings in this one.
And for me in this one, we're just going the other way because I'm gonna roll on Arizona again. It's that hook. I think this is close. How many times have I seen this Vikings team not win a game by more than 3 points? Oh, look, we win by 1. Oh, look, we win by 2. Oh, look, we mixed an extra point. It's just, how many times I've been on Minnesota at 3.5, and they don't cover. Not for me. This thing's on the rise too. It's up to 4 in places. For me, so I'm going to take Arizona plus the points that I can get. I know that the Cardinals have been a scrappy bunch. They didn't look so good last week, but I think they show up here. Minnesota's defense definitely not the greatest defense rolling. You look over the last 3 games, still giving up 300 yards, especially at home. Minnesota's defense 328 yards at home. They've given up this season. So for me, yeah. Give me Arizona in that one. Alrighty, on to the next one. Ooh, this is a tough one. We're looking at Houston taking on Jacksonville. HoustonTexans laying 4 on the road. Total 43.5. What do you think here in this one, Bo?
But they ain't at home. You know what I'm saying? So these are the type of games that Houston loves, man. They love beating up on the bad teams. They just don't cover at the house. But we see them go to Dallas with a similar situation, put the beat down on the Cowboys. Jacksonville, man, just no way you can trust these guys. They only put up 6 points against Detroit. I don't see them putting up any points against the Texans. I think they get back on track. And Nelsman coming off that terrible loss at home against Tennessee, man. I think they'll be ready to go. Give me the Texans minus that 4.
What do you think here in this one, Ron?
Yeah, I was on the Tennessee Titans last week. That was a big win for me. But one thing about I wanted Houston on the first half line. They're 10-2 on the first half line now. 5-1 on the road, 5-1. They were 5-0 until last week at home first half. I'm gonna go back to them. Give me Houston off that loss, outright at home, going on the road. Give me first half Houston.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, for me, I think we're consensus. We're all going to be on Houston here. I just don't trust Jacksonville. What we've seen over the last couple of weeks, where they've mustered 7 points and 6 points. That's not going to win you any football games when you can only score 6 points and 7 points, 13 points in 2 weeks combined. Not going to get the job done. Texans bounce back here after losing last week. They're a little bit mad at themselves that they didn't win that one and take advantage against the Tennessee team. Tough one. As I would say, man, team here in that one
Yes,
will be
sir.
the Texans.
Yes, sir. They're gonna be mad.
They are going to be mad.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of mad, maybe Tennessee's mad. They got themselves a win. Tennessee +6 heading into Washington. Washington laying 6, total 44.5. What do you think here in this one, Bo?
Yeah, man. Give me the Commanders minus that 6. I think it probably was the last win Tennessee gonna get this year, man. Good win, but now you got to go to Washington where they just coming off a bad loss against the Cowboys. No, they got to be tough for them the way everybody been beating us up and they wind up losing. I like Jaden down in a bounce back. This team, he's a rookie, man. They got some tape on him. That's why he kind of looked tough the last couple of games. But I think they come in with a nice game plan. I still don't trust Real Levis, even though he did get the win. I'm gonna fade him in this spot. Give me Washington minus the 6.
What are they hearing this one, Ron?
Yeah, Tennessee 2-9 against the spread. I know I got them last week. I played them a couple times this year, but no, I love Washington here after that embarrassing defeat to the Cowboys last week. Give me Washington.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in consensus here that this Commanders team is looking for a bounce back. They need one of those games that they beat up on somebody and take it out. That's why this line wanted to open at 1.5, now up to 6. I think we might see a 7 pop up before kickoff time here on Sunday. So great. Yeah, I think we got a first consensus. I'm going to write that down over here.
I think we had Houston too.
Oh yeah, that's right. And Houston. Let's see how that goes.
Free parlay, everybody.
Well, that's what we're looking at, right? We know how it goes. So we're all looking at Washington, the Commanders, to win by 7+ there in that one. All right, on to the next game on the slate. We're looking at Pittsburgh heading into Cincinnati. Bengals laying 2.5, total 47.5 there in that one. What do you think here in this one, Bo?
Oh man, what a tough slate for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? And I think this gonna be their 4th division game in the last 3 times out. So it's gonna be tough, man. But coming off that loss, I think we'll see some points in this one, man. We know Russell Wilson can put it in there. We know that the Bengals have been scoring some points. They put out 27 against the Chargers. They have a bad defense. I think we'll see this up and over the total. And I like for Pittsburgh to keep it close. Probably get the upset, but I like the over the best.
What are they hearing this one, Ron?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with the over on that one. It's Pittsburgh, everybody says, oh, it's defense. But they can actually score if it's not snowing, 2 feet snow. But yeah, give me the Steelers here. The Steelers had that game against the Ravens. They won. They had the bad sandwich spot against the Browns. Of course, it was a blizzard in the Cleveland. But I think they bounced back here. They're the better team. I don't know if Cincinnati's wrapped it up for the year. They're sitting at 4-7. I know Joe Burrow made a couple of statements. He was like, yeah, we can still get back in this thing, but they got to show me they can win at home and cover because they haven't done it all year. So, yeah, give me the Steelers in this one.
I think I love the Steelers here in this one. I'm going to take the Steelers on the money line. It's the Bengals off defense. You've given up 34 points, 35 points, 24 points, 37 points. Yeah, well, in the last 4 weeks, your offense has been behind the eight ball. You have to score that many more points than your opponent. You're just not been able to do it. Not with the injuries that the Bengals have dealt with all season long. And now in Pittsburgh, they've got dual quarterbacks that can come in there. Fields is loving getting in the action on the field, and then you throw him in there and like the Wildcat. Man, he's made some nice chunk first downs for the Steelers team. Love it. I'm going to take the Steelers on the money line there in that one to beat the Bengals. Beat the Bungles. They're looking like the Bungles this season. So as I was growing up, I was called them the Bungles because they very good at the Bungles.
I would go for Higgins anytime touchdown, though. He's back.
He's back? Yeah, see, yeah. So like the over with you guys as well. I think we see some fireworks in this one as we've seen head-to-head, plenty of fireworks between these two. So.
Oh, yeah. They can't stand each other.
No. All right, on to the next one. We got the Rams heading into New Orleans. Rams 2.5 point favorites there in that one. Total 49. What do you think here in that one, Bo?
Yeah, man. After getting beat up pretty bad against the Eagles, but the Eagles been on fire. I like for Stafford them guys to bounce back. They got a better quarterback. Just still don't trust this New Orleans team, firing their coaches and all kind of stuff going on, man. I don't trust them. And we get the Rams on the turf to fast track. They have the better wide receivers, man. They got Cooper in there. They back healthy. Come up with that bad loss. I like the Rams to get it done. Minus them points.
What do you hear in this one, Ron?
Yep, same thing here. Shaheed's not running around the corner anytime soon, and Olave's going to be out now. They had their little run there. I think the Saints are done again, and give me the Rams on a good bounce back spot here.
Mm-hmm.
Right, injuries. Just a tough year for the Saints. Injuries just got you.
MVS can't catch a ball. I don't care what you've seen. I know
that. No, he cannot. So it's tough there. And then it started with the car injury, and it looked like the Saints they were the first few weeks were going to be rolling, but injuries just too much. I think there's our third consensus because at less than a field goal, I like the Rams to be kicking a field goal late to get 49. Seems like a lot of points too between these two teams. Maybe this just recently was 30-22 last game, but a lot of those before that get us under the total. So I would lean to an under there as well, but it's the Rams there in that one. All right, on to the next game up on the slate. We're heading to Carolina, taking on Tampa Bay. Tampa coming to town. Tampa laying 6, total 46.5. What do you think here in this one, Bo?
Yeah, man, Tampa Bay believing again, man. They got Mike Evans back. We've seen them put the beat down on the Giants. Now, I know the Panthers did cover against the Chiefs, but, like we say, the Chiefs they haven't been covering big spreads, but I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to do it once again and get this win and cover. So give me the Bucs -7 trying to fight for that division.
What do you hear in this one, Ron?
Yeah, I agree that, the Chiefs go through the motion with some of the lowercase teams there in the NFL. We figured that was going to be a close game. Didn't think that they'd have to sweat it out in the end and have a Mahomes drive. But Carolina looked really good, and I was really surprised. But yeah, Tampa Bay's on a roll again. But I'm gonna stay away from the whole game. I'm gonna get first. Give me first half on the Tampa Bay Bucs.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I don't know. This Carolina team looks like they're starting to slowly put things together, and they look real good. That defense, we know what their defense over the last couple of seasons. To start the year, they didn't look so hot, but they've definitely usually got a solid defense. Was the model first in Carolina, and at 6, I don't know. It's tough on the road. Laying 6. I think this Carolina team's learning how to win. I guess I got tired of getting beaten down. You're gonna get beaten down so much. And at 6, I'm gonna lay it with Carolina in the 6. I think they can keep it close with the Bucs. I think the Bucs win it. A late field goal late, or one of those backdoor touchdowns that Carolina can get it. There's a reason why this line's at 6.
So we got
I think
Rod with the Jets and the Panthers. Let me write that down.
You better write that down. Yeah. Panthers this week.
Yeah. Super.
Don't forget the
super
Jets
contrarian.
and the
super,
Jets.
super.
Jets, Panthers. We might have my own little money line parlay going over here.
They'll probably pay about $10,000 too.
That's some crazy dog. I don't know.
You gonna take the Bears too tomorrow outright?
No, I don't. That's pushing it. But 10 points.
Is that pushing it?
Nah, you got to put a sprinkle. It's the Lions on Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Especially
Dan Campbell doesn't cover on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's so many things happen on Thanksgiving. I've never seen. All of a sudden, as long as you don't feed the team turkey before the game, you should be good.
Little turducken.
Little turducken before a game time. Nothing like a little turducken for the Lions to kick off the game. Yeah, then slow you right down. Speaking of good games and turduckens, this definitely should be a good contest here on Sunday afternoon. We got the Eagles heading into Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Ravens favored by 3. Total 51. What do you think here in this one, Bo?
Ooh, man. I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going over the 50, man. We know that Baltimore can score, but they can get scored on as well. Philadelphia been racking it up, man. This boy Barkley just came back alive, man. You see the 2 touchdowns, over 70 yards last week. I think they're going to be able to run the ball, throw the ball on the Ravens, and Derrick Henry. Both them guys have been doing well, man. I don't see no way we're going to see a bunch of points in this. Give me over the 50 between the Ravens and the Eagles.
What do you think here in this one, Ron?
Oh, it's going to be a dandy. I tell you, I kind of just want to watch this one because
it's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a heck of a game. You got Baltimore's coming off a big win, against the Chargers. Philadelphia rolled right over the Rams. So couldn't they have stayed in LA and played there? I guess they could have, right? But anyway, both of them coming out of LA, both of them coming back to the East Coast. We got Baltimore's at home, and I think Baltimore knows they got to keep track now because they did lose to the Chiefs. And I'm only going to take the Ravens because they're at home. That's the only reason that I would take them. But I do agree with that over. I think we're going to see, Henry and Saquon with a lot of points. That secondary for the Ravens worries me still. But that defense for Philly is really, really playing tough. But just because the Ravens are at home, that's the only way I'd go. But I'll go with the Ravens.
And I'm going to take the Eagles here in this one. It's the Eagles are starting, and they had a slow start, starting to put things together. Just as you said, that Ravens team, that secondary is not good, and this Eagles team is going to pick it apart. I like Brown to have himself a big game. I like Brown to catch 2 touchdown passes on these Eagles. I think they easily win and come into Baltimore and show that Baltimore's not as good as what people are hyping.
I can see Hurts making mistakes in this one because he's been flawless. That's what worries me. So I can see him making some interceptions.
Well, you know what? We haven't used them as much in the tush push as we did last season. So that's. Well,
he's got Barkley to run. He takes off 40 yards. He's gone.
So that's why you've seen that improvement from Hurts, because he hasn't had to grind it out and be used as the meat bag in the middle, going like we're playing.
Yeah, with the Ravens run defense, they can stop them. I mean, if you looked at the Ravens, they ran all over San Diego, and San Diego had a great run defense. So that was. Yeah,
but the best way to combat any good run defense is throwing one over the air and keep them honest. And this Eagles team can do that with the best of them. So I got to go with the Eagles there now.
Yeah, man, this Ravens just been put up over 30 points almost every game.
They have.
I think all their games went over total except 1 or 2. So this team they can score anybody, but they are giving up a lot of points, man. That secondary is pretty bad.
And they were a toe away in Kansas City of getting to that number too. So, yep.
Mm-hmm.
No snow in the forecast in Baltimore, so chilly 34, a little bit of wind. So definitely it won't be weather affecting that game. So that helps for you guys getting over. I just like the Eagles to win it outright in that one. We'll add that to the Jets, Panthers, Eagles.
It's gonna be a good one.
Well, I can relate with the Eagles. I mean, but you taking the Bears and the Panthers.
I actually like that one. I like that one, Ron.
You're taking, yeah. All right. Take Mississippi Valley State on the money line too in basketball. So while you're at it.
You never know. You never know.
They've been a covering machine, man.
That's why they played the games.
44 points they cover every time.
All right, on to this Sunday nighter. We're looking at the 49ers heading into Buffalo. Buffalo laying 7 in that one. Total 44.5. What do you think in this one, Bo?
Yeah, man, I think Buffalo can score 40 points by themselves, man. I don't know what's going on with the 49ers. We're seeing how Green Bay just sliced and diced them, man. Sliced and diced them in Green Bay. Now they got it's going to be a tough game, man, for this 49ers team. But I still think they score some points on the Buffalo Bills. I like the over 44. I just think that's too low.
What do you hear in this one, Ron?
Yeah, so many injuries for that 49ers team, man, last week. And I thought when it got up to 6, I was like, yeah, let me jump on the 49ers. I already had the, Packers money line when it was a -2. And I was like, well, maybe I can get it both. But nah, the 49ers just did not show up. And I don't know if it's going to get any better this week. Purdy, what's his status? Do we know, Rod?
Let me just look.
It's going to be Brandon Allen, definitely going to take the Bills.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna get no easier this week for them.
No, it's not. And Buffalo knows they got to keep winning, even though they got that 1-game lead on the Chiefs. Won the tiebreaker anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna ride with the Bills here. Don't like how many points it is, but give me the Bills.
Just to see red that popped up as I if you could see the sea of red that I'm seeing right now, you would understand why.
Yeah,
the 49ers defense got hacked and diced and sliced, and you'll see why they're missing Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
They're missing
Greenlaw.
Calvin Hargraves out. Greenlaw out.
Yep.
Huffunga. Their safety.
That's the guy Mahomes ran over.
Yeah. Right. He's out. Jarvis Ward out. It's like
he's garbage anyway.
The sea of red. Malik Collins. Questionable for this game. He's beat up. Their linebacker, Fred Warner, in the middle, beat up. So, yeah, I'm with you. Buffalo's just getting things falling right into place for Buffalo, Kansas City, AFC championship game. Headlong is what's looking like might happen this season. So we're in agreement there in that one. I'm going to lay the 7 with Buffalo 49ers. Just one of those seasons that, hey, injuries just got you. No CMC for the bulk of the season as well. So those injuries eventually add up and catch up with you, and it has for the 49ers. All right, on to the Monday Nighter. Big, great Monday Nighter. We got the Browns heading into Denver to take on the Broncos. Broncos laying 5.5. Total 41.5 there in that one. What do you think here in this one, Bo?
Yeah, man, go and give me the Broncos. Browns did get their win. That's good. But I think Jameis Winston going to turn into his old self, throw a couple of picks. Denver at the house. Bo Nix looking pretty good. Defense has always been good for them this season. So I think the Browns struggle to score in this one. I'm going to take the Broncos. I'm going to lay the 5.5.
What do you hear this one, Ron?
Give me the best team ATS in the NFL, 9-3, man. Give me them Broncos. They're on a roll, and they're just they're rolling. And Cleveland just can't do it on the road. They can do it at home, but they're not doing it on the road. Give me the Broncos. Easy.
There you go.
Here it comes. Here it comes to the Browns money line.
No, it's not about the Browns money line. I think their defense is picking it up, and I think they can slow up Denver a little bit. I like the under here in this one. 42, I think, is just too many. I think the Browns defensively will slow this game up when we see a lot more field goals than we see touchdowns in this game, and that'll equate to getting us under this total. 5.5 is a lot of points, but I kind of agree. I think the Broncos run in late and win by 7. So I am in agreement. You thought I was going to take the Browns. No, you can't take the Browns on the road.
You're hoping you're not.
If this was in Cleveland, then
sure.
I probably would be on the Browns here in this one.
Yeah.
But we know Winston.
Yeah, I'd agree.
For
Yep.
one. Take Winston to throw an interception. I agree with Bo there in that one. He's good for tossing at least one in this game. And then that's probably what happens. That's how we get the under as well. They drive down the field. They're right inside that red zone, and he throws the pick to engage in any points being scored in that one. That does it. That wraps up the week 13 action. Hey, any more bonus plays from Bo, or let everybody know what you got going on at Tony'sPicks.com this week, Bo?
Yeah, I got my Thanksgiving special right now, guys. You can get that for $69. That way you get 7 days of my plays for less than $10, and you can still save additional 15% by using code TonyT. And as always, guys, you can pair us up. You know what I'm saying? Rob being hot, run being hot. You know what I'm saying? The 2-for-1 capper promotional. And also, guys, the best thing to do for me is to get some long term. That way you get the late steam. You get all our plays out. When we put them out, you get the best lines. So get something long term. That 7-day pass is the best value right now for me. $69. Let's get this money all week long, guys. Ready to go with this one.
And how about you, Ron?
Yeah, I got my Thanksgiving Turkey Day shootout. Got a couple plays already up in there, and like Bo said, man, pair us all up. We're all on the top of the leaderboard consistently, and get a long-term package. That's your best bet. I know I'm doing well in college football. Rod's doing well in college basketball, and so is Bo. So pair us up and get all the sports for the winter months coming up.
Yes, sir.
Nice. So for me, I'll probably have a 3-pack in that in the Thanksgiving game. So definitely head on over, scoop that up. Definitely check about college basketball as well. Best way is to go long term. Pair us all up. You take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional over at Tony'sPicks.com. That's the best way to go. That way you can take advantage of any late steam plays that we release, and you get everyone that we release emailed right to you. That's the best way to go here at Tony's Picks, is that long-term service. That way you get those plays emailed directly to your inbox. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. That'll wrap up our Week 13 action. Have yourself a wonderful Thanksgiving week. Don't eat too much turkey. Have yourself a good one. We catch you next week for Week 14's action. Take care, everybody. Wave goodbye. Have yourself a
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.